Hi guys, Ian Johnson from drivesuccess.com. Today I want to talk to you guys about defining your marketing budget. And what I want to do today is I don't just want to talk about the marketing budget itself. We're going to talk about how you account for expenditures, how you express your marketing expenditures as a percentage of sales. We'll go through this. It's fairly simple and straightforward, but I want to take it a step further, and I want to help you define your cost of leads, your cost of qualified leads, and ultimately how you should go about determining your cost of customer acquisition. So we're going to cover three things: the marketing budget, the cost of leads, and the cost of qualified leads. And a lot of people looking at the video are probably going to say, well, you should start with your qualified leads first. You should define the type of companies you want to pursue. You should define your ideal potential customer first and go backwards. And that's true, okay? However, when you're first starting out, it's going to be a lot of trial and error. You're going to come up with a marketing budget. You're going to produce a lot of leads. You're going to get a lot of people calling you. But whether those leads are qualified or not is something else entirely. So that's why we're going from 1, 2 to 3 marketing budget leads and then qualified leads. And as you get more and more comfortable with your marketing program and you start to see which strategies produce the most qualified leads, then yeah, you can work it backwards and start to adjust your expenditures based on results in terms of qualified leads. But today, I'm going to take it through the steps of 1, 2, 3 as if it's a company first starting out. So very quickly, the company here is basically accounted for expenditures in marketing in January, February, March. They're using trade shows, print, radio, online advertisements, which is Google Ads, affiliate programs, which are similar to Google AdWord campaigns, pay-per-click campaigns, pay-per-action campaigns. And affiliate marketing is more niche marketing, specifically tailored to specific websites or blogs that decision makers attend to. Then you've got direct mail and then email campaigns. So in this case, the company has defined its expenditures on each one of these strategies through January, February, and March. Okay? And then at the bottom here, they have totaled up all their expenditures by month across all of the campaigns. So in January, it was $2,275. In February, it's $10,275 because they attended the trade show in February that cost them $7,500. And then it went back down to $2,275 because they didn't attend any trade shows in March. So in this case, they're attending a trade show once a quarter. So what you got here is you've got your expenditures by month, and now you're going to account for your sales. Okay, so sales in January, $75,000, February, $85,000, March, $95,000. Now you move to expressing your marketing expenditures as a percentage of sales. And it's simply the amount spent during the month divided by the sales. Okay, so in this case, it's $2,275 divided by $75,000. It's 3%. Repeat it, it's 12%. Again, they attended the trade show, so it's $10,275 divided by $85,000. And then it drops down again, and it's $2,275 divided by $95,000 is 2%. So what you got in this case is a percentage for the quarter of 6%, okay, which is basically the total expenditures for January, February, and March, which is $14,285 divided by total sales, which is $255,000. Now, the reason why I express it as a percentage of sales is because I like to see the results of a given marketing strategy and understand whether or not it's producing results. And a lot of times you won't see it right away, but it's good to track this on a monthly basis in order to see whether or not your percentage of sales is increasing relative to the increase in sales. Okay? So that's the marketing budget. Now, very quickly, a link has probably popped up above my head. This marketing budget is available on my website at drivesuccess.com. It's available in a sample Excel spreadsheet. You can use the marketing budget and express your expenditures in terms of pie charts and bar charts and do all kinds of wonderful things. So click on that link and you can get that sample Excel spreadsheet. Okay? Now we're going to move to the cost of leads. Now, quite simply what I've done here, I've only covered 3, not enough space on the board. And what we've done is the company has defined that they have met 325 potential customers or leads at the trade show. Okay? They had a lot of business cards, met a lot of decision makers. So they wanted to determine what was the cost per lead of attending that trade show. So you're basically taking $7,500, dividing it by 325. So what I put here is the expenditures divided by the number of leads. 7,500 divided by 325, cost per lead is $23. Do it again for print. It's 2,250 divided by 150 is $15. Online marketing, they spent $3,000 for the quarter. They got 350 leads, $8.57 per lead. Now, naturally, as you go from leads to qualified leads, you're going to whittle down the number of actual leads that you got because, you're going to be talking to a lot of people, but whether or not they're qualified or not is something else entirely. So in this case, the company is taking it a step further, and they said, we met 325 people, but under 295 are really the kind of companies we want to deal with. So in that case, it's simply 7,500 divided by 295, 2542. So yes, in this case, it went up, but it's going to go up for all of them. Okay, all of these marketing strategies, you're going to see an increase once you determine your cost of qualified leads. Okay, print went from 150 to 75, so not a very good marketing campaign. It's double the cost once you analyze exactly who you should be dealing with. And then online marketing is fairly accurate, so 350 to 300 is $10 as a cost per qualified lead. Now, when you look at something like this, you say immediately, online marketing is more accurate, it's more specific, and you can analyze results at a granular level, and you can do real-time changes, and you can change it instantaneously, whereas with radio or print, once you do the print, you can't really change it as quickly. And that's true. So there's a lot of benefits to online marketing. But you really have to take it a step further. You can't just look at the lowest cost of qualified lead and say that's the best strategy. You've got to determine, out of these campaigns where you've determined your qualified leads, which campaigns has the highest closing rate on sales, which campaigns has the lowest cost of customer acquisition. So yeah, trade shows may be fairly expensive, but if you're meeting specific decision makers and you're closing a high number of sales from these qualified leads, then that's maybe a better program than running an online campaign, okay? So you got to combine strategies. When it comes to marketing, inbound marketing is online marketing. Online marketing is predicated on being searched by potential customers, okay? It's specific, it's focused, but it does take a lot of time to become experienced in it, okay? A lot of companies make a lot of mistakes when they start off with online marketing. Outbound marketing is the radio, the print, and the TV commercials and all these other things. They're very expensive, and it's difficult to track where the leads come from. It's a lot, that's why whenever you do call a company, they ask you, how did you come to hear about us? Because they want to determine how you basically ended up calling that company. Outbound marketing is difficult to manage because it's hard to pinpoint where leads come from. I'll give you an example. You get up in the morning, you see a TV commercial, you drive to work, you hear a radio advertisement, you open up the newspaper during lunch, you see a print advertisement, you drive home, another radio advertisement, you see a billboard on the highway, and you turn on the TV, you see another TV commercial. At some point in time, you call that company, and they'll ask you what made you call them, and it's almost impossible for you to know exactly which one of those strategies forced you to move forward. Okay, maybe it's a combination of all of them, and that's why outbound marketing is difficult in terms of tracking performance. But it's important because in business-to-business markets, nothing is better than a trade show. You've got all your customers in one location. So again, marketing budget's available on the website. The link was available earlier. A link is probably popped above my head to explain the differences between inbound and outbound marketing in terms of the pros and cons. But define your marketing expenditures, determine your cost of leads, then determine your cost of qualified leads. And when you get to the point where you're identifying the marketing strategy that produces the most customers, that lowers your cost of customer acquisition, that has the highest closing rates, then you can work it backwards and start making adjustments within your budget. So that's it. Ian Johnson, driversuccess.com. Bye-bye.